Estoy muy feliz de que nos acompañe Vicky McLister. Vicky, how are you? Ella nos acompaña de Tettenhall College, que se encuentra un colegio internado en el corazón de Inglaterra. Vicky no habla español, así que la sesión va a ser en inglés, pero los invito a que se queden porque realmente vale la pena. Thank you very much, Vicky, and welcome.
Hola, it's lovely to see you again, Nacheli.
Lovely to see you too. So we are ready to show your school.
Okay, super. So I will try and speak in small sections, and then perhaps if you would be kind enough to translate for me. Thank you.
I think it's better if you make the presentation in English, and I can do the question at the end of the presentation.
Perfect. Okay, gracias. Okay, so let me just share my screen. Okay.
Okay, great.
Great. Okay. So hello, everybody. My name is Vicky McAllister. I am the admissions director for Tettenhall College. We are a day and boarding school for both girls and boys. We are located in the heart of England, and we have approximately 500 students in our school. In the preparatory school, which is our elementary school, we have around 150 students, and in our senior school, where the students are aged between 11 and 18 years, we have around 350 students. Of those, around 100 are boarding pupils, and they come from 23 nationalities, including, of course, Mexico. The school was founded in 1863, so we are about to celebrate our 160th anniversary. We were founded on Christian principles. Our headmaster is Catholic, but we have many students of very different faiths and religions at the school. It is an incredibly welcoming place for students to be. In terms of our location, as I mentioned, we're very central in England. We are about 40 minutes from the England second city, which is Birmingham. We are 1 hour from Manchester, and we are 1.5 hours by train into central London. So our location means that it is very easy to reach us, but also students have an opportunity to visit many, many different parts of England whilst they are studying and living with us. We are set in a beautiful English village. It is called Tettenhall, and Tettenhall, the village, is where our college is located. It is very green, it is very beautiful, and very traditionally English. We have a lovely high street, and the school is located at the end of the high street. So students have the benefit of visiting the local shops, a small supermarket, a bank, a pharmacy, and they can use these facilities very safely as they step outside the school gate. 80% of our students are British, and they come from the local area or other parts of England. So every class has a majority of British students, ensuring that all students who participate in classes and who are at the school have a very authentic British experience. 20% of our students come from other countries, and it is now actually 24 nationalities in total. So 75% of our pupils are day pupils, and 25% of our students are boarding pupils who stay at the school all the time and through the term. These are some of the countries from where our students come from. And as I mentioned, we have a long tradition of welcoming students from Mexico. I currently have 8 Mexican students at the school, a mixture of both boys and girls. Our youngest is aged 13 and our oldest is 18, and she will graduate at the end of this year. Our school is based around 5 key values. We offer all of our students ambition, opportunity, creativity, community, and character. And this is whether they are in their classroom, on the sports field, in the theatre. It is something that is in all aspects of our school life. We have 3 boarding houses at the school, and you can see one of them here. This is called Schoolhouse, and it is home to most of our boy students who are boarders, the boy boarding students. We also have a house called Thornycroft, which is where our female younger students live, and Studies, which is where our older female students live. The junior boarders, these are students aged between 11 and 14 years of age. They will share their bedrooms, usually as a 3 or a 4-person room. All of the rooms are a really, really good size. Everybody has their own space and all of the things that they need to be organised and have a comfortable time. When students are a little bit older, when they're 15 and 16 years of age, typically they will share as a 2 in a twin room. This is a good example of a room such as this. And you can actually see in this picture the school blazer, the jacket that the students up to the age of 16 to the end of grade 11, they will wear, both boys and girls. When students are in the very final years, in grade 12 and grade 13, when they're aged between 16 and 18 years of age, they can expect a single study bedroom in most cases. These are very like nice university rooms. They are an opportunity to have your own personal space, and they're very nice. We know, most importantly, that students like to spend some of their free time socialising and making friends. It's very important that bedrooms are just for sleep. So we offer students some beautiful communal areas. This is one of our common rooms in Schoolhouse. Students can gather together, they can play games, they can watch movies. This is the lounge area in Thornycroft, where the girls are. And of course, we have a brilliant dining room where all of the students eat their breakfast, their lunch, and their dinner. There is a very wide variety of food available, both at the different meal times and on different days. We have international food days, and particularly at the weekends, the students, our boarding students, are able to try many new opportunities. We cater for a whole variety of different nutritional requirements, vegetarian, vegan, halal, gluten-free. So whatever the need, we can look after that. But we know that some students really, really enjoy a chance to make their own food or share food with friends. So at the weekend, or perhaps in the evening, a student can choose to do their own cooking, perhaps preparing for university, or perhaps making some food that they're familiar with from their home country. It's lovely to go into the kitchen and see some of the students making burritos and enchiladas with their friends from different countries, perhaps from Germany or from Hong Kong or from Spain. The academic programme at Tettenhall College is the British system of GCSEs and A-levels. And this is the case where the students are coming for a short period of time. They can come for a minimum of 1 term. It's 1 semester, but we have 3 terms, 3 semesters in a year. That would be the shortest period of time, typically 12 to 14 weeks. Most students come for at least 1 year, and quite a number of students stay for 2 years or more. But regardless of how long they come for, they will be following the British curriculum and following either a GCSE programme or an A-level programme. A-level stands for advanced level. When students return to Mexico, particularly if they've been with us for a short period of time, 1 term or 1 year, we will ensure that they have a certificate of convalidation. So when they return to their school, there are no issues with convalidating and continuing their studies back in Mexico. Our grades are a little different in terms of their name and number to in Mexico. So for the younger students, they enter in grade 7, aged between 11 and 12, and they go all the way up to grade 13, where the students are aged typically 17 to 18. In the UK at this point, after year 13, this is the time when they go on to university. Those in the junior years, in grades 7, 8 and 9, all study a very similar programme. Everybody studies mathematics, science, so ciencias, so biology, chemistry, physics, English and literature, computer science, geography, history, music, drama, sport, art, religious studies, and also library studies. When students progress in years 10 and 11, this is the formal GCSE programme. All students study mathematics, science, and English. And then they choose 3 or 4 subjects from the list on the right. And they can choose subjects that they feel they enjoy and also that they have a good level in. In total, students are typically studying 9 or 10 subjects. It is a little different when you get to grade 12. This is the beginning of the 2-year A-level programme, and students are preparing at this point for their university studies. You would choose 3 or 4 subjects from this list, but you can choose typically whichever you wish to do. So there's a broad range of options available, whether you like science, whether you like arts, whether you like social sciences, or perhaps something more musical or sporting. Students who do not have English as their first language, we offer an excellent ESL or EAL, English as an Additional Language programme. This is tailored to the student's level of English, and we ensure that those students who are with us for a good length of time, typically 1 year or more, will study for a formal certificate in English language. We love sport at Tettenhall College. We are very lucky to have beautiful facilities. As you can see, we have wonderful fields and pitches. We have a swimming pool. We have squash courts, it's similar to paddle. We have many different facilities, including a sports hall, rugby, a all-weather surface, multi-sports, and of course, lots and lots of football. There are tennis, squash courts, fencing, esgrima. We play basketball, rounders, and many other sports. We are also very blessed to have a beautiful Victorian theatre in the middle of our school. It allows us to put on wonderful performances each term. In the fall, in the autumn term, we usually have a play, a drama production. In the spring, after Christmas, we prepare a big musical. And in the summer, we host a great big concert. When students are living in a boarding school, it's really important that their health is really carefully looked after. So we have 2 wonderful, fully qualified nurses who work at the school, and they ensure that all of the boarders are looked after very, very well. We also have school counselling services, and we make sure that students who are living and staying with us are registered with the British Health Service and with our local doctors. At the weekends, we do not have full academic classes. Students will study, they will do their homework, their prep, but we make sure that they go and do lots of fun activities. Some of the activities involve going to do things that teenagers like to do: bowling, cinema, going to theme parks, but also they have a chance to be a tourist. They will visit many different UK cities. Perhaps they will go to London, to Manchester, to Birmingham, to Oxford. They'll visit museums, go to different national parks. There is a different option every weekend. And a teacher or a number of teachers go on the trips with the students. We do have some strict rules around the use of technology and mobile phones. Students are, of course, welcome to bring mobile phones, iPads, laptops with them, but we do ensure that at the bedtimes that we collect all of this in, keep it safely, charge it up, and return it to the students the next day. And mobile phones are not used during the classes, during the school day. One thing that's very important for students coming to England is that every international student in the UK must have what's called a guardian. And this we can help organise, and EduLinks also can help with this. It can be a family member or friend, or there are organisations who provide the service and help look after students during the holiday periods.
We have one question here. Thank you, Amber. What is the price for the academic year, and if it's possible to apply for one term?
Yes.
Semester?
Okay, so the price for one academic year is £34,800. So around about 36,000 US dollars at the moment.
Okay.
It is possible to come for one term. So that would be either September to Christmas, January to Easter, or April to the beginning of July. And the price for that period is £11,600.
Okay, perfect. And what's include this price?
Okay, so we include all of the accommodation, all of the classes, all of the food, everything, all of the activities that take place at the school. It does not include the uniform, so the clothes, the travel, and also when they have their trips and their excursions, that is an extra cost.
Perfect. We have a second question here. Are there scholarships available?
Not for one term. That's just the price for one term. For 1 year, possibly. However, I have many applications at the moment from Mexico. So if it were possible, it would probably only be quite small, so maybe 10 or 15% maximum.
Ok, perfecto. Para becas también es importante si nos puedes ir compartiendo las calificaciones, grades, nos puedes compartir pasaporte, una carta, motivos, podemos apoyarlos en mandar todo este perfil, todo este expediente para buscar una beca. Next question here. Do you offer English courses for the students who are not the
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely, yes. In fact, I had a boy join us last year. He was 12 years of age and he had very little English from Mexico. He was also from just outside Guadalajara. His name was Samuel. And at the beginning, he found it very difficult. But by the Christmas, he was working very well with his friends. And by the time he completed the 1 year, his English was so much better. He could chat confidently with the teachers, with the friends, and write very well also. So it is possible to go from quite a low level to quite a good level quickly.
Okay, perfect. And what's happened during the Christmas time? The students should come back to Mexico or can stay at the boarding house?
They cannot stay in the boarding house. Almost every British boarding school will close. So there are typically three options. They can return home to Mexico, and we find most Mexican students do return for Christmas. It's a family time. However, some students go to their guardians, perhaps for a homestay or for an excursion. And sometimes the family will come to Europe for a vacation.
Yeah, that's amazing. Okay, so I think we don't have any more question now. So thank you very much, Vicky.
Okay, thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you here with us on Saturday. Thank you very much.
No problem. It's lovely to see you again, and I'll be back in Mexico towards the end of the year. If I just say, I have 3 places remaining for this summer term, for one term this summer. So from the period April to July. So at the moment, there are 3 remaining. Okay.
Okay, perfecto. Thank you.
Yes.
Gracias a todos los que estuvieron con nosotros. Se nos ha acabado el tiempo. Ahora sí, en nuestra sesión informativa de boardings. Espero que lo hayan disfrutado tanto como lo disfruté yo esta mañana. E invitarlos a que hagan una cita con nosotros a través de EduLink, si podemos hacerles llegar todos los precios, perfil del colegio, las presentaciones, si alguien las quiere tener, se las podemos compartir, pero sobre todo será un placer poderlos asesorar en este proyecto de vida que es familiar de sus hijos y formar parte de ese granito de arena del crecimiento, de madurez e internacionalización de sus hijos.